Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my Tesla Model Y reviews channel, whatever, I don't know whatever it's morphing into, but thank you so much for everyone that watched the video where I purchased the vehicle. Now I've done a thing, obviously I've done the usual thing, gone out and accessorized it, got a new steering wheel cover. I think the black and white looks amazing. Also put new wheels on it, well, the hubs anyway, and a spoiler on the back. But recently for work I had to go over to San Francisco to try out a Waymo. Clip of that coming up now. So I'm now in the back of my first ever driverless car ride, and it's making all the right turns, navigating pedestrians and everything. It literally just parked in front of me and I had to use the app to unlock the car. There's no smelly driver talking away. To be honest, I miss the driver. It normally give you a nice greeting. It's not the same having an algorithm. And got me very excited, you know, the fact that in the future we can put our Teslas into the robo-taxi network, providing Elon Musk doesn't fall out the government anymore, and get them out. And just recently Waymo announced that they're launching in London in 2026, so before we know it, roll on a couple of years and driverless cars will be common sight in major cities. Whether they'll be rolled out to smaller towns like Market Harbour or Spalding, those sort of market towns, remains debatable for the time being. However, so I was thinking that, right, well, FSD, really excited. I've seen it working in America, works fantastic. I'm going to buy it. It was a couple of glasses of wine. I spent £3,500 upgrading it. Then thought, well, I could test it out, and I've got 48 hours to cancel. But of course, woke up in the morning, forgot about the purchase, was more excited about the Tron update, and well, here we are. It's on. So I'm just going to set it up now and find out what it's all about. And I've got a business meeting today in Cardiff, which is about 170 miles away from here, where I am in Nottingham. So the route is going to take us down the M1, M42, and down to the M5, then across through Monmouthshire and down to Cardiff. So let's see how it gets on. I've set it up. I'm not going nuts on the lane changing. So let's see if it's worth paying that amount of money. I have a feeling not. It will just be an extra thing, like it may stop at traffic lights or it may navigate a roundabout. But looking at the current state of the UK roads, where there's potholes and lines missing from the road because they've not resurfaced them for a long time, I have a feeling it's going to be money down the drain. Let's go and find out. Let's dive in.
In 500 feet, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Okay, so we're off. We're going to be
now enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Heading to join the motorway, and then we will turn FSD on. We're just heading on to the M1 southbound, and so we're just going to turn it on and see what happens. So at the moment it's just in normal manual mode. We're going to hit the M1 now, and once it's safe to do so, I'll have a play. Okay, so driving conditions today, as you can see, are dry. Temperature 13 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning as we record this in October. So let's put this on. I've forgotten how to do it. There we go. So now I'm going to adjust the speed to 70 miles an hour. So far so good. Not a lot for it to do actually. So we'll going to go in straight. So for a couple of miles until we join the M42. So let's just see what happens on the M42. Whether it makes that junction without me doing too much pressure on the steering wheel. Okay, so we've just driven a couple of miles. It's managed to, well, what in the advanced autopilot it did it anyway, was change lanes in a straight line. So now we're 1.3 miles away from the first major junction, which is M1 going on to the M42.
Take exit 23A on the left onto A42.
As you've just heard, junction 23A. So, so far all good. Moderate traffic here on M1, loads of speed cameras, so we're keeping the speed limit quite low down. Plus, obviously, it's the first time I've used FSD. I've got my hands kind of loosely on the steering wheel, so it's not nagging at me. Now, in theory, I've got 0.8 miles to go, and am I in the right lane? I need to be in the left lane. So is it going to do it for me, or do I have to signal to manoeuvre into a spot? So here's the first test. So you can now see these pebble dashed dot-ins to tell me that this is the lane. I've got a car coming up on my left. Yeah. So let's see, I need to move across at some point. Right, so it is slowing down although I put the indicator on. Will it move? Lane change, timeout elapsed. Don't know what that. Try again. Now we're doing, yeah, it's moving across on its own.
Now take exit 23A on the left.
So really all I've demonstrated there is the what you have to do anyway, isn't it? On the advanced autopilot is you have to signal to manoeuvre on the lane change. So I guess it's not going to do it on its own all down the motorway. So I think we have to come back and test it on some traffic lights. See if it stops and roundabouts, which will be in about 70 miles time when I get off onto, I think it's the A500 that takes you through Monmouthshire down towards Cardiff. So grab yourself a cup of tea, and so far a bit lacklustre. Certainly feeling a bit out of pocket at the moment, having spent £3,500. So lovely. That's the kids' Christmas presents gone out the window. Well, I've got 130 miles to go, and I've already blown it with autopilot. What you didn't want to was just off camera. There's an Octavia behind me. I think it's an old VRS, and it was right at my bottom. I was just cruising along nicely, and the little demon inside of me said, "I'm going to blow you out of the water." So I stuck my foot down, obviously went over the limit of what autopilot works in. I think it's 85 miles an hour. Shh, don't tell anyone. And yeah, kind of blew it out of the water, and then it's disabled the auto steer from me. So it will not work now until I stop, and obviously it will reset. So we'll stop just before we head into Monmouthshire and test it. But so far it's been working fine, lane changing, but you do have to indicate. So let's head over to Monmouthshire. Let's have a coffee, reset, and start again. It's a learning curve. Right, so we're now in Welsh Wales. Welsh Wales? We don't say English England, do we? But anyway, we're in Welsh Wales. Borough Da, as they say, with the long roadsides around here. But so we're in autopilot, or FSD now, and we're heading towards our first roundabout. Let's see what happens. So will it start slowing down? Yes, it starts to slow down. The roundabout's in front. Stopping for traffic control in 500 feet, 400
Now
feet,
enter the
saying.
roundabout and take the third exit.
So it's stopping, you can see. Oh, it goes really slow. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, just stopped at a green traffic light. That's not a good start. So let's give it a push. Now it's come off. So that didn't really well, did it? It's literally stopped for a green traffic light, which could have been potentially dangerous. So let's just get out of this roundabout now and try it again at the next junction, which is coming in 8.9 miles. So I'll put it back on and let's, through the magic of video, let's attack the next junction. So I'm just going to speed it up now to we're still in 40. Right, so back with you in a moment. We're in Roadworks currently. So far,
In 1 mile, enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
excellent. So in 1 mile, just entering into Welsh Wales. Obviously, we're still in England before. So far, from my experience, I can't notice anything different from advanced autopilot, which changes lanes for you if you indicate. The traffic light we saw earlier, completely missed it. Also, when I came into these roadworks, there were some bollards, completely missed that. They only came on screen in front of me a little while before, and then it just took itself out of autopilot and I took over. So anyway, coming out of roadworks now. So I'm having to up the speed on the little dial on the steering, right hand side of the steering wheel. I'm going to indicate because I have to do that when there's a space and it's safe to do so. Yeah, yes, there we're going, indicating. So it's moved across, but that is not FSD. FSD, that is just advanced autopilot. Speed limit's going down in a second to 50, so I'm adjusting that manually. That is not FSD, that's me manually doing it. And we're coming to a roundabout. So, what will it do at the roundabout?
Now enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
Still in FSD. Oh, it's going very slow, and now its auto steer is disabled. So yeah, it aborted, didn't recognise the roundabout. There was very poor lines on that roundabout, but I've not seen it do a roundabout yet, to be honest. So, Christmas presents. No Christmas presents for the kids this year because I've spent it all on this. And so far, what a waste of money. Really is. So, we'll try a set of traffic lights next, which will be coming up shortly, if they're on red, if it recognises it. So they're on green currently. They change. Will it stop at them like it did before? It's stopping at green. There's a car behind me, it's stopping. Oh no, it recognised it was on green, but it kind of slowed down. So the traffic behind me slowed down, and then there was a green line across the screen. I don't know if you saw that. If you did, let's do a replay. I can't say I'm happy about my purchase. My advice to you at the moment, if you're living in the UK, forget about it. If you're from America, please do comment about our pathetic system here in legislation. Tell us how brilliant it is so we have something to look forward to. But from me today, driving down to Cardiff, 37 miles away, at the moment, I'm feeling a little bit disappointed. Good morning and welcome to day 2. Let's see if we have better luck today. I'm in Cardiff, had my meeting yesterday, stayed overnight, now charging at Tesla in Cardiff. Very efficient. There's a Model Y Sport over there. It's my regret that the week I got delivered this was the week they announced the performance model. I love the wheels on it, and I've seen it a few times up front and in personal, at a show recently, and here on the forecourt. It is a beautiful looking thing, isn't it? Really is. I love the wheels on it. But could I justify upgrading so soon? I think it's double the price on the repayments on the plan I looked at. But anyway, it is nice. And I think this has more than enough power. So I'm paying for nice wheels, better seats, and some cosmetics on the front and back, aren't I? So anyway, that's not why you called, and that's not why you're here. We were doing a test on FSD yesterday. We had no luck, so we're just going to try out traffic lights again today and see if we have better luck. So let's do this. So we're en route now. It's making some lane changes. You can see it's on the Rainbow Road. So we're on FSD at the moment. So let's come up to those traffic lights and see what happens. Well, we're coming up to our first roundabout in about 1.3 miles. Since we started this journey, we're currently in Monmouth, heading north towards to join the M5 just south of Birmingham. So,
in 1 mile, enter the roundabout and take the second
how
exit.
will it deal with a roundabout in a mile's time? So far it's just been cruising along since changing lanes. Very nice, recommending lane changes. It's doing one now on the screen. So there's some traffic lights in front of us. And it's beginning to slow down, but that could be because of the car in front. Stopping for traffic lights, it's saying on screen. That was that do. But it would be stopping anyway, because in front of us we have that blue Mercedes. So the one thing I have noticed is you do feel a bit more relaxed knowing that everything is in control. I'll turn the music off, sorry, I wasn't realising you were listening to my poor taste and judgment in music. So we're sat at the traffic lights. Anyway, so one thing to say I do realise is it does make you feel a bit more relaxed knowing you've got all these safety features on it. It's monitoring my driving. On screen now, there's a red line that goes across the road to symbolise that the traffic lights are on red. When they go to green, that line there will change. So they're going to amber at the moment. Now it's gone to green. Now will the car move forward? Yeah, hey presto, it's moving forward, and look, no hands. And I'll just do that. Can we just do that? Just hold the screen there, hold the steering wheel there. So I think that was successful. That maybe it's maybe redeeming itself. Auto stare restricts 25 miles an hour. That's fine. We're only doing about 40 at the moment. So yeah, let's keep on testing. Right, I'm going to start slowing down now to 40. We have some roadworks coming out and a lane change coming out. Let's see if it. I'm going to slow right down. See. So there's a lane change coming up. Will it do it? Will it manage to get into the left-hand lane? I can see bollards ahead, but not showing on the monitor in front of me yet. Okay, come on, self-drive. Come on, don't put me into the bollards. You're going to put me into the bollards, aren't you? Oh, no. Not good. It kind of pushed itself out. I'm wondering if I've set this up correctly, but put it back in. So let's do the speed up to 40. What was the saying earlier about Christmas presents and children? Unfortunately, left it too late to get a refund. It really is pants, you know, from what I've experienced. That don't waste your money on FSD. Maybe it'll get better once it becomes into legislation, which is not going to happen to at least 2027, 28 from the research I've done. Obviously, Waymo coming to London next year. But as mere mortals in our Teslas aren't going to get to use FSD, at least in the UK, I don't think, until at least 2028. It might come sooner in Europe or countries like Norway, which have embraced EVs. But yeah, it's not good. I will check the settings later. Let's just do the roundabout that's coming up in 1.6 miles and see what happens. All right, we're heading for another roundabout in about 300 meters. So we're slowing down now. Will it make this roundabout? It's not very good. It's mastered traffic lights. It's mastered telling me when to change lanes. It's slowing down, but it kind of stops halfway around the roundabout. And I suspect, so it stopped now. Okay. Will it go around it? I'm not a betting man, but I won't put anything on this. It's moving forward. It kind of peters out halfway through. Goes really slow. See? There you go. Just doesn't do roundabouts, folks. I don't think they have roundabouts in America, don't they? But it doesn't like roundabouts at all. Another one coming up in front of us, but I think you know the story here. It's gonna stop, it's gonna start moving, and then it's just gonna, the warning's gonna be flashing up on the screen, and that's gonna be it. So I'll put it into autopilot now. Slowing down.
And take the third exit.
Yeah, I'm not going to be sitting here drinking coffee whilst it goes round this roundabout. It stops, it's looking for traffic, gets halfway round, the steering wheel goes, and then auto steer aborted due to system error. That's what's coming on screen. So, yeah, not doing roundabouts. Doesn't do roundabouts. I don't do roundabouts. Don't like them. Don't do them. Don't want to do them. You can do them. Roundabouts. The sound system's amazing, isn't it, on these Tesla Model Ys. Anyway, we're coming to the end of the journey. What has happened? Not a lot, really. It's a mixed bag, really. It's a bag of surprises. 1 minute it's doing fine, changing lanes, seems to be soft, smooth, and everything else, which you get anyway on advanced autopilot. So I basically, in conclusion, it's about as reliable as your nan giving you directions, and it's a bit wishy-washy. It kind of can master traffic lights. Roundabouts, just forget about it. Just does not do roundabouts. I don't do roundabouts, the car is saying. So in summary, thanks for watching. Don't waste your money. Really don't waste your money. Got that? Don't waste your money. And yeah, let's wait for the legislations to change, because then maybe they'll do a bit more R&D, research and development, on the roads here in the UK. So there you go. I've wasted money. No Christmas this year. It's been cancelled. Join me next time when I've come up with a genius way to be able to take the car out and have a drink and not get caught for drink driving. Watch that video next time. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I'm very amateur, new to YouTube, and I appreciate that you've watched this. I really do. Please do like and subscribe. and also leave any comments below. I will get back to every single comment, I promise you. Until then, goodbye.